Hi there, I'm Luke and welcome to PhotoBite. We are currently at Anytime Records where we have set up shop. We are selling 35mm film, instant film and the cameras to shoot them with. Today we'll be checking out the Siri iPhone lenses and also the Exolens with the Zeiss optics, which is also for the iPhone. Let's get into it. I want to start off with Siri because I think they're probably the most interesting, because Siri is actually more well known for their tripods, not so much their iPhone lenses. I think it's quite interesting that Siri have gone down this route because they've been established in the UK as a tripod manufacturer and that's what they're known for. So doing iPhone lenses is quite an interesting way of approaching a different market. Many other companies normally stick to what they know. You ever look at Manfrotto, they do tripods and bags, that's what they're known for. But they also kind of moved on to doing accessories for iPhones, and I think the iPhone market, or just the general camera phone market, is growing and more people are starting to use their phones with their cameras. And I think adding lenses gives you a bit more breadth to what you're able to do. If you have a look at the current iPhone 7 that has two cameras, you've got a wide angle and you've got a close-up, but you do pay a premium for it, and the phone, is also quite large. The Siri lenses offer you a different range of angles that you would normally get on an iPhone. The iPhone is roughly 28mm, but then when you add on different lenses, you can get an 18mm or you can get a 60mm, which is what we have here today. What there also is a fisheye, which enables you to get a much wider angle. I'm quite impressed with their build quality. They're made of metal. There's also a plastic cover on there just to protect the lens element, and a little small cap to put on the back as well. And they also come in these little pouches, which again is very handy. The adapter for it on the actual iPhone itself is a very simple plastic top, which you just push on and it's on just like so. What you have with these lenses is you don't have to screw them on, they don't clip on, it's actual bayonet fit. So you simply line it up and then you twist and then it's on. So that just goes on like so. When I was playing around with the actual lenses, I was more worried about not being able to put it on. I thought it was quite annoying, but it kind of grew on me and I actually preferred it when I started playing with the Exolens, because with the Exolens you actually have to screw it on, which can be quite tricky. But the other extra thing I like about the Siri lens design is actually with the adapter, because as well as having it on the front like so, you can also remove it and you can put it on the front. So if you've got a bigger group and you want to make sure that everyone is in the picture, then this lens is actually very helpful. I've also done a bit of video with it as well, and I've been quite impressed because it's given me a few more angles to play around with. And with the 60mm, which is the slightly larger one, again with the bayonet fit, it's actually enabled me to get similar to what you could say with the iPhone 7, its portrait lens, but just without that background blur, but still getting a nice close-up, which again has been very helpful for me. In terms of use, I can definitely see it as, even from a professional point of view, I can see many professional photographers taking this out on location and just getting an idea of what sort of shots they can get with a wide angle or with a close-up, so when they bring their more heavier gear, they know what lenses to pack and they haven't got to bring all their lenses and then only to find out they only needed one or two. So that's been my little review on the Siri lenses. But not to forget, they've also got a circular polarizer, which I thought was quite interesting because you don't normally get filters for iPhone lenses. They just tend to give you the lens and then that's it. But they got their little filter, which is only £20. I've been quite impressed with what it can do. It's not amazing, but then again, you're not paying an extraordinary amount of money for this type of filter. The lenses themselves, the recommended retail price on those is about £80. However, I have seen them online going for more between £50 to £60. And the adapter itself is about £10. Moving over to the Exolens, we have got the Pro range by Zeiss. And I feel this one targets a different audience. You do pay a lot more for it, but I'll get to that in just a second. But as you can tell, the size of the lens is a lot bigger than the Siri lens. They do have a few lenses out at the moment. We've just got the wide angle, and the way I see this one being used is for videographers, journalists, or even video bloggers who just want to get a bit of a wider angle and are on a more of a run and gun style. Now, the adapter it has is actually quite nice. This obviously takes up a bit more space on the phone than the Siri adapter, but it does offer a few more extra features. On the back, you've also got a tripod adapter, and then on the top, you've also got is a basic hot shoe, which you can use for either an LED light, because this one does cover the light, and then you've also got, maybe you want to put on a little video mic for that audio. Now, the reason the wide angle is quite useful for doing audio is in the iPhone, when you switch to your video, the angle closes up and you get a more narrow view. Whereas using the actual lens itself, it brings it back to what you would get on the photo. So it is actually very helpful. And the way that it sits on the camera is quite a nice balance. It is quite heavy, so it does make it a bit top heavy, but when you're holding it properly, it's not actually too bad. You've got access to all the buttons as well. So that's, again, a very nice feature. The actual price of the lens is about £180, and the adapter itself is going for about £55 from what I've seen on their website. However, when you get the two together, it actually comes down to £200. So if you are looking at getting them, do have a look at the kit, because it will give you everything you need for a smaller price. The actual lens price may seem quite high, but if you think about it, the actual lens optics from Carl Zeiss are some of their top quality design, and you can be reassured that you're not going to be losing any quality through the lens. I've seen very sharp results with the Carl Zeiss, obviously because it is a Carl Zeiss design. The Sirui are actually quite close in terms of their sharpness. I don't see any soft edges with them. I don't see any awkward flaring. However, there is a bit of flaring when you do have the sun going at a steep angle to the lens, but that's just corrected just with a small angle adjustment. Using the lens hood on the actual Exolens itself, I didn't see much of a change. It does offer a bit more protection on the front, but when it comes to the lens flaring, there's still a little bit there. I haven't actually seen any difference with it on or with it off, so the only thing I can really say is it's probably just for that extra protection in case you do drop it, which is actually quite helpful because these guys don't actually come with any form of lens hood. There's just a little bit of a gap there, but that's really it. So also, I've currently got the adapter for the iPhone 6 or 6 Plus. You can also get it for the iPhone 7. They kind of stick with the iPhones. There aren't really that many brands. They did have something out for the S6, so I'm assuming they're going to have something out for the S7. When it comes to the Siri setup, they pretty much got all the iPhone models covered. You've got the iPhone SE, iPhone 6 and 6S, iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. It also includes iPhone 6 Plus as well. And they've also got it for the Huawei P9 and currently the Samsung S7 Edge. However, they do not have anything for just the S7. Thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you want to follow us on all our social media, it is at PhotoBite UK. Again, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.